Hey guys, what is up? It is Castle Perfect here, bringing you a NU Wi-Fi battle against Cool T, trainer Cool T from the YouTube community. I found this guy on the mobile forums when I was using the battle finder function of that forum. I ended up battling him, which turned out to be a very good match in my opinion. Well, not too good, but it's above average. That much I can tell you. For one thing, the MVP of this match was Miltank, as you could tell by the thumbnail. Not only that, but we're gonna both lead off with Probopass and Monferno. My Monferno is going to go for the close combat because I decided to do that. It's 4-time super effective against the Probopass. Not only that, but I also break the sturdy ability, which is basically a built-in focus sash, which I don't want to deal with later on the game. So at this point, he basically survived with like 1 HP because it's a built-in focus sash, as I told you. He goes for the power gem, does about 60% damage, and I'm gonna take this opportunity to go ahead and set up a layer of spikes because I know he's gonna make a switch into Haunter. I've seen his entire team from the preview, team preview at the beginning of this match, and I knew he would make that appropriate switch into Haunter, predicting another close combat, so I took the opportunity to go ahead and set up my layers of the Stealth Rocks. I am going to make a switch here to La Leche, predicting the Shadow Ball, but he makes a smart move and goes for the Sludge Bomb, which in fact does like 45% each time that it hits me. I'm gonna have to paralyze the Haunter here because it's too fast and it's a very hard hitter. So the better thing to do here is to slow him down as much as I possibly can to make my other Pokemons faster than the Haunter himself. And I'm actually thinking that this Haunter is in fact or Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, or maybe a Focus Sash. It could be either of those, but just to prevent all the all the trouble for later, I paralyzed it, and it really worked out in the end. It paid off in the end. You will see why. Not only that, but I'm gonna go for a Fire Punch here, trying to deal some damage against the Haunter. He decided to switch into Scraggy, also Swaggy. Swag. It's a very nice Pokemon. It has extremely high defenses for its type. It's a dark fighting type. It's basically a tank. It's a Pokemon that can take a lot of hits, and I'm aware of that. So I'm gonna make a switch into Weirdo here, predicting the Drain Punch, High Jump Kick, or Jump Kick, whatever he was about to use. I was very positive that the outcome would be a fighting attack move. So that's why I made a switch into Weirdo. And what's gonna happen here is gonna go for a Bulk Up, which basically scared the crap out of me after I saw that Charge Beam is actually not doing jack shit to it. So I'm pretty much forced to switch out into Coco version 2. I know he's gonna be greedy and he's gonna set up with another Bulk Up to get him the +2 defense, +2 attack, which is very good for him. Now at this point, I'm basically screwed. I have to get rid of the Scraggy because this thing is gonna raid my entire team if I don't do so. And I go for the close combat, which is super effective and also stabbed. And not only that, but this thing takes it like a monster after those +2 defense boost, and then goes for Drain Punch and takes out my Coco, recovers a little bit of HP because of the remaining HP that I had left. And I'm basically gonna send out Foice right here. Foice is the only Pokemon that I have left that I can basically do some massive damage and not even chatter after Life 4 boosted stab move. It still doesn't KO him, which to my surprise is really nice. It's a monster basically, and for some weird miracle happened right here, and I managed to survive with like 1 HP. I was I was already counting on Foice to be a one-shot worth of a Pokemon because I thought it would die after 1 Drain Punch, but that was not the case. Foice basically saved my ass in this game because now La Leche can proceed to rape some faces. And that's what it goes for. It goes for Seismic Toss equals Rape Face move. And this character is basically gonna go down. I mean, he cannot stand up after that. It's like a head smashing attack. So Captain Magmar is gonna make an appearance here, which is the Camerupt. And I was actually thinking, what can a Camerupt basically do? It can go for Earth Power, Earthquake, Flamethrower, Overheat. It can go for Eruption. It can go for a lot of things, but none of those is really that threatening to my Miltank. So I basically stayed in, and for some reason I think that was a misclick because he decided to make a switch right after he sent him out and sent out this time Slashman, which is in fact Ace and Goose. Gets the Toxic Orb activated after I hit him with a Seismic Toss, and it goes for the close combat. Now I gotta facepalm myself right here because I did not predict the close combat. One because I don't you know, frequently face Zangoose, and I don't know what they are all about. I know they can learn close combat, but I just wasn't aware at that moment. It just didn't go through my mind that Zangoose can actually learn close combat. So that was a very, very nerdy move that I did right there. So I am going to make a switch into Weirdo. He knows that I'm probably gonna make that switch, and instead of going for the close combat, he goes for the facade, which also would have been sufficient to kill my Miltank. But at this point I really have to sacrifice Weirdo, because the Pokemon that is more worthy of facing this team that I'm facing right now is gonna be La Leche, and Weirdo is not really gonna be participating in this slaughterhouse. So Zangoose basically kills himself because of the poison, and Probopass makes his appearance, and I'm gonna go ahead and send out the Chosen, and the Chosen is basically gonna finish the job here. I was actually hoping for the Tangela to come in, but this works also. So the Probopass is basically gonna go down after just one Crab Hammer. He had like 2 HP left, and here is where I really had one of those derpy moments. Oh no, it's not here, it's a little bit later on in the game, my excuse is right there. So I'm gonna make a switch here into La Leche's, and he's gonna go for the Sleep Powder, and I'm like, shit. Yeah, this is basically very shitty, because if I don't basically switch out my La Leche here, and he manages to kill me, to kill La Leche actually, I'm not gonna be able to make a comeback at this point, because Tangela is a very sturdy Pokemon. It has incredible defense stats, so I gotta be careful about that. And the only like move that I can really use against Tangela is gonna be Seismic Toss, because it basically deals 100 damage each time that I use it. So what I do here is I go out into Grim. He makes switch into Captain Magma once again, and he goes for the Rock Polish as I set up a substitute. Now he's gonna go for the Earth Power to break down my substitute, and I'm gonna go for the Crunch. After the Crunch, I'm gonna proceed to go for the Sucker Punch, because it's a double-headed edge sword that is gonna hit this guy straight to the face, which I don't even know if this guy was actually expecting the Sucker Punch, because if I was him, I would have definitely predicted it. But yeah, it's like whatever at this point. So the Captain Magmar goes down. I get a Moxie boost, and I'm like, maybe I can deal some heavy damage against the Tangela, depending on the stat boost. Of course, the Tangela is not it's not at its fullest, because it still has one evolution stage to go, which is Tangrowth, which means this guy is probably holding Evolite, which boosts the defense and special defense side of a non-fully evolved Pokemon to, like, I mean, through the roof. Definitely, it's like a steel wall that you cannot go through. So I am going to set up a substitute, thinking that he might go for a Lead Seed or something like that, but instead he decided to just go ahead and take me out straight away, and goes for the Giga Drain, takes down my sub. I go for the Crunch and didn't do jack shit, which I'm like, oh my god, if La Leche doesn't wake up early after I send him out, because I know that Grim is basically a lost case, I am definitely going to lose this match. So I go for the Crunch. Does a little bit of damage. No, it doesn't do that much. It's still nothing basically, because he goes for the Giga Drain and basically recovers like an 80% of the health that I just took off his health bar, which is not really favorable for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and send out the Chosen, and here is where I had the derpy moment that I was talking about a few moments ago. And I go for the Sword Dance, for some reason thinking that I might survive a Giga Drain, because Giga Drain is not all that powerful, but I forgot that it's also a stab and super effective. So that was like, oh my god, what a derpy moment. I could have gone for the Endure and go for Flail afterwards and deal some massive damage, which I probably would have been better, you know. But yeah, I had that derpy moment right there, and it cost me almost the match. But La Leche is here hanging on with 72 HP and wakes up on the last moment and goes for a Milkshake. And man, those milkshakes are tasty. They give you so much more HP, and that's great, because this guy's gonna go for another Giga Drain, and I'm gonna need those health points, because if I don't have them, if I don't have enough, I'm gonna be pretty much done for. So basically my Miltank is La Leche, is my last resort right here. It's La Leche against Tangela, and also against the Hunter, which is still paralyzed, and he puts me back to sleep after I paralyzed him. I'm gonna need those hacks, because I'm gonna need a few turns to still be able to wake up and go for another Milkshake, because if I don't use Milkshake, definitely my body is gonna die basically. My brains are gonna explode. I need to have a Milkshake right now. So La Leche is still fast asleep, which is unfortunate. He's gonna go for the Giga Drain. I was like, oh my god, just leave this one. Oh, and it leaves with like 6 HP, and that's, oh my god, this game was so close. It was just basically you know, mind-blowing at this point. I was like, oh my god, La Leche is not dying. He wakes up and goes for another milkshake. Man, I'm like at 55% health at this point, and he goes for another Giga Drain, and I'm like, if this continues, I am gonna drain all the power points that Giga Drain has on his Tangela, and that's definitely gonna work into my favor, because it looks like he doesn't have Lead Seed, because if he had that move, he would have already used it. So I go for another milkshake, and damn it, that was awesome! He gets paralyzed exactly on the moment that I really need it, and these hacks are definitely going the right way. They are going the right direction. Everything is going as I'm planned. As planned, you know, and I'm very happy at this point. I'm like, okay, wait, so Giga Drain does about 40% damage, which is gonna allow me to leave at least 3 of those, so that means 3 turns. In 3 turns, I'm definitely sure that La Leche is gonna wake up, so I'm gonna have another opportunity to go for the milkshake. And not only that, but I'm also faster than his remaining team, which is basically a paralyzed Haunter and a paralyzed Tangela. So the Haunter comes in, and I'm gonna go for the Fire Punch. I basically wake up so early, and this guy is probably just raging across the screen, you know, across the map, screaming at his DS because this is not fun. I understand that. I would have been so mad if I was him, but still La Leche just pulls through and goes for another Fire Punch after I get hit by another Sludge Bomb. This one is gonna hit me again, and one thing that I was actually thinking when I was having these matches, that there had to be an angel or something behind my back when I was fighting this guy, because I did not get poison at any chance. He hit me like with 4 Sludge Bombs and nothing really happened, or even 6 or something like that in total, and not a single time did I get poison. And had I been poisoned at this point, I would have lost this match absolutely. So God was with me. I mean, I think Kratos was behind me. He was like, dude, if you don't win this match, I'm gonna slash off your head. So I really had to win this match, and La Leche pulls through, finish off the job against Haunter, and it is basically Tangela versus Miltank. I'm gonna go for another milkshake, and he knows there is nothing that he can do at this point, because 3 turn sleep is almost impossible, at least for La Leche it is, and he gets paralyzed, and he basically decided to give up and give me the victory. Actually, I pretty much think of this game as a draw, because we didn't really end the match properly. He decided to forfeit the game. La Leche was definitely a monster in this match, guys. If you want to give a thumb up for La Leche, it's monster. He will definitely give you some milkshakes later on in my future videos. Other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, and I will check you guys later. Take care.